Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If it is your first time here, welcome. I am a psychic who channels messages from the spirit of the universe, and I use the cards to help me with that. I actually do not need the cards, but I do use them as a tool to help me. So I'm going to go ahead and let Spirit take the wheel here and see what message Spirit would like to bring forth. Okay. So we have the black cat. Fortune meets opportunity. Okay. So I feel like, I don't know why, but whenever I see a black cat, I think of superstitions. Okay. Like bad luck. You might feel like you've been having a string of bad luck. You just can't seem to turn it all around. With the black cat being here. I also feel like you're someone who's very intelligent, very smart. I feel like you like to read. I feel like you probably have a very big vocabulary, is what I'm getting here. And I also feel like you have a sense of clairvoyance, like you may actually get visions or dreams or clairvoyant images or messages, but I do feel like for you, there is a very powerful psychic energy, and I feel like it's sight, visions, clairvoyance. Yeah, look, at the bottom of the deck, we have the eyes again. You have very distinct eyes. I feel like your eyes are very memorable. They're deep. And it's like looking into your eyes, you just feel a sense of wisdom or knowledge. We have wise seeing, wise action. So you really do get a lot of intuitive hits, messages, visions. I feel like right now I am reading for a clairvoyant. I'm just going to say that. Like this person I'm reading for is very clairvoyant and very, very wise. But I think you don't know how psychic you actually are. I think that you actually doubt it a lot of times. We have Skull of Darkness in reverse, blind spots, which shows me I think you get these intuitive visions, messages, images, but there's like always something missing from the picture, or there's some kind of blind spot always, or something that doesn't make sense. You might have a hard time deciphering them or trying to figure out what they're actually trying to tell you. You might have a hard time trusting them as well. Okay, and trusting your own intuition, your own spiritual gifts. And that is really something that everyone has to learn, is to learn to trust your own intuition. And honestly, I feel like it's one of the hardest things to do, because our whole entire lives we're told not to trust our intuition. If you think about it, like our whole lives we're told to go solely off of solid like fact and reason that you see in physical reality. It's kind of like seeing someone do something, right? But you don't have any proof. So it's, you know what I mean? But you know they did it because you saw them, but you just don't have proof. And so it's like kind of that type of energy. It's like we're always told to discount our intuition. Since we're young, we're taught to discount our intuition and solely rely on fact and reason and what we can see in front of our eyes, and everything else is completely discounted. Okay. And so I feel like that is the reason why it's one of the hardest things to do, to be able to learn how to actually trust your intuition, trust your inner voice, because our whole lives we're being taught not to discount it. Okay. And you know what? I really am a firm believer that this is where anxiety comes from. This is one of the causes of anxiety, okay? Being taught to totally discount your own intuition. and rely solely based on what you see in front of your eyes. And so if your intuition is telling you that something isn't right, but everybody else around you is like, oh no, you know, what do you see with your eyes? Everything's fine. But you feel in your gut that something isn't right, it causes anxiety. It causes a sense of anxiety inside of you, inside your system, inside your energy, because you're going against your intuition when you do that, right? You're not acknowledging it, and you're really going against it. And so it does cause a sense of anxiety, nervousness. Really, it can make you doubt yourself, question your confidence. Okay, so intuition is powerful, and we all have intuition, all of us, every single one of us, but it's just that we're all taught to totally discount it. Okay, so honestly, I feel like the hardest part of a spiritual journey is learning how to trust that. And also, there is a sense of how to interpret it, right? Because if you are a psychic or a clairvoyant, you sometimes get images or messages that might be in a certain form, but it actually doesn't mean what you're seeing. It could be symbolic, So the universe speaks in numbers and symbols, okay? The universe does not speak in our language, all right? Because languages change throughout time and history, okay? So the universe does not understand English or Spanish or whatever it is, whatever language you speak. The universe communicates through a universal language, which is symbols, okay, which is numbers. Okay. So yeah, the universe will send you images, okay, messages in symbology, in numbers, okay? This is where you get angel numbers from. And again, the reason why is because the universe doesn't communicate in our, in our language, because languages change. Okay, so let's take a look at the owl. What does the owl want to tell you? So the owl is known to be a very wise teacher, okay, especially when it comes to inner knowing, okay, intuition. The owl can be a very wise totem, so can the black cat, okay. The black cat, I feel like, is more of, when you take a cat totem, I feel like there is a very intuitive and psychic energy to choose that totem, but there's also a level of comfort there. And I feel like it's emotional comfort, okay, as to where the owl, I think some of that comfort is kind of disconnected, right? But there's more of like a cosmic essence to it because the owl flies, right? And I just feel like the owl is more connected to celestial energy, and the black cat is more connected to, I would say, spiritual energy. And yeah, that's basically. So that's the difference between those two totems, but working with one of the totems might be good for you. Okay, to learn about your own senses, to learn to trust your intuition. Okay, and the black cat can teach you how to find comfort in your intuition. All right, and the owl can teach you how to use your intuition to take very wise actions. All right, so that there isn't any blind spots, so that there's nothing that's going to catch you off guard. And if there is anything that catches you off guard, you'll at least be energetically prepared for it, even if you don't quite know what it is. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse, you really are having a rough time trusting the messages you're receiving. So yeah, Spirit's saying, work with the owl totem, okay? Work with the black cat totem. It's a perfect time for that too. And it's a perfect time to really get to know your intuition, especially as we're moving into November. We're almost at Halloween. The veil is very, very thin between the worlds right now, between dimensions. So it's a very good time to work with your intuition. We have the sun here. So yeah, the sun is about a knowing, an enlightenment, a joy. Okay, so the black cat, I feel like I usually don't get messages in these way, but I feel like the animal totems really want to work with you. So the black cat wants you to be able to find joy in your intuition and in your messages, to find comfort in it, because you can find comfort in your intuitive gift. It isn't all pain. It isn't all second guessing yourself. It isn't all like, feeling embarrassed or whatever it is. It's, you know, there's a joy that comes with it. There is a knowing, an inner peace that comes with that gift. Okay. And there is a certain healing that comes with it as well. All right. That you can help others with once you learn how to use it. Okay, so your intuition wants to make you aware of something, all right? And I think it wants to make you aware of actually how intuitive you really are. You judge yourself far, far too harshly. And you know what? I think other people have judged you too. And maybe you've been judged for your intuitive abilities or your psychic abilities or your psychic energy, whatever it is. Maybe you've been judged for it, with judgment here. And so you really judge yourself for that. And, Spirit's saying, let's work on finding comfort in that. Let's work on finding enlightenment in that. Let's work on finding some joy in your gifts, because, first of all, they're not bad, okay? A lot of people have this idea that they're bad or whatever. And the reason why they think that psychic energy is bad is because there are actually people who do like rituals to attain like psychic powers. But I feel like most of the psychics nowadays, they don't do that stuff. Okay, that is very outdated. Most psychics now are just natural born psychics, like myself. And this gift was given to you by Spirit, by the universe, by God. Okay, so you were meant to use it. And a lot of people think it's bad as well because what it says in the Bible about it, okay? But you have to remember, most people are going by like King James version of the Bible. You have to remember that he was a king. He was equivalent to a politician, like during our days, okay? So think about like if Joe Biden or Donald Trump, was like, hey, I'm going to rewrite the Bible, and I'm just going to give everybody a copy and you guys have to follow that because that's what was done. All right. And so a lot of things have been so misconstrued, and a lot of times they did not want people to use their intuitive abilities. They did not want them to listen to their gut. They didn't want them to listen to their psychic abilities because they couldn't lie to them as easily. This has been known for quite a very long time, okay? And so you always got to take everything with a grain of salt. You have to remember that things have been interpreted over and over and over and over and over and over by people who really do have like agendas and stuff, because just like King James, okay, maybe he was a great king. I don't know. I didn't live back then. But regardless, he was like equivalent to a politician. So he is a politician. Okay. So my personal belief is that I think that there's some things in there that were written for control. Okay. So, whatever they say, you know, just know that they don't understand that, right? Just know they don't understand that. If anyone says anything to you about it, whatever reason why you're feeling bad about your gift, okay? Spirit gave you this gift. God gave you this gift. There's no reason for you to be feeling bad about it, especially if you're using it to help others, okay? To heal others. There's certain psychic gifts that people have that can heal people, okay? To where no one else can. All right, so don't discount that gift. Don't think that it's bad. It all depends on how you use it. So let's get a card here. And it doesn't only have to be like working spiritual work. It could be doing anything, but just using your intuition to know the right steps to take, okay? Like you could be, let's say you're like a doctor. You just like get intuitive hits about what's wrong with someone and then all the information backs it up, right? Or let's say you're like a therapist and you're an empath and you just feel like people's pain or emotions, you know? It's something like that. Okay, we have the Hanged Man, holding yourself back. 5 of Pentacles, fear of rejection, injury, loss, being left out in the cold. 2 of Swords, blocking out your intuitive gift. So you might be getting, look at this, Spirit saying it's coming from God, okay, with the Hierophant here. You've been blocking out your intuitive gift, okay, because you're afraid other people will judge you, or you're afraid you'll be rejected or ignored or left out in the cold, okay, or misunderstood with the 4 Cups in reverse. All right. That's what Spirit is saying. Yeah, we got 5 of Swords. So I think you're also afraid of like being betrayed. Yeah, you're really afraid of being betrayed. Yeah, look at that. You're afraid of being stabbed in the back by people that maybe you trusted. Yeah, we have a 12 energy here. By people who aren't as aware is what I'm seeing as you. And you know what? Spirit's saying don't even worry. Don't even worry about that energy, okay? Because as you become more in tune with yourself, as you begin to learn how to listen to your intuition more and more, it's not even going to matter to you anymore. All right, that's what Spirit's saying. How people look at you, how anyone judges you, okay? Because you're going to be more aware, more spiritually aware. And so even if people are judging you, it doesn't matter to you, okay? Well, let's get some more cards here. Because your gift has brought you joy. Because your gift has brought you healing, brought other people healing as well. Let me go ahead and shuffle this because those came out in the last reading. Okay. So yeah, we have loyalty. So Spirit is saying you have no one to be loyal to except for yourself, except for your soul. The sunflowers represent the sun, which is the soul. And you know, sunflowers always grow towards the sun. So Spirit is asking you to grow towards your soul, not away from it. And when you grow towards your soul, you become more in tune with not only your soul, your energy, your intuition, but also everyone else is around you, okay? Because we all come from the same source. We all have that same spark of light inside of us. And so when you begin to grow more towards your soul and be more in tune with it, you also become more in tune with those around you. And that's why you're able to pick up people's energies, feel people's energies, okay? And this is showing loyalty to you, to yourself, to your soul, to your progress, okay? And, you know, when the sunflowers, when they don't have any sunlight, they turn towards each other and they grow towards each other and face each other to find the sunlight in each other, okay? To heal each other with the little sunlight that they've absorbed. And then they like exchange rays of sunlight between each other. And so that's what I'm seeing for you, okay? So yeah, I feel like you will naturally gravitate and grow towards others who are also allowing themselves to grow towards their soul, okay? And in times where it seems like that light is missing, you will face each other and you will be each other's light, okay? Yeah, look at that compassion. So Spirit's saying, you know, you don't have to worry about being judged, all right? I'm seeing very loyal people around you or getting ready to come into your life very soon. And I feel like these people are on the same journey as you. Yeah, we have key. So I feel like this is the key to your intuition, okay? Just allowing yourself to grow with it. Yeah, connect with your intuition, connect with your higher self and your higher wisdom. It is time to connect. You already have the key. All you need to do is believe in yourself, okay? Trust yourself and be loyal to yourself, to your soul, and what it's trying to tell you. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards. We got illusions. Stop lying to yourself. Trust in your intuition. Okay, so I think you have a tendency to lie to yourself, to kind of tell yourself that you're not intuitive, that you can't trust those messages. And Spirit's saying that is only an illusion. Okay, us saying we can't trust our intuition because we don't have any fact in front of our face to like, you know, prove that. That is literally just an illusion. Okay. So Spirit's saying stop lying to yourself, grow with your soul, grow towards your soul, towards your light. You are intuitive, you are powerful, and you've been taking away your power with this card being here with these illusions. So these illusions have been draining you of all of your soul's natural power that you need in order to grow. Okay, so we have free will, and it did come out in reverse. You get to make all your decisions. So make them from a place of love for yourself, okay? And we allow yourself to evolve. You're no longer that person. So this is allowing yourself to evolve, to trust yourself, okay? Trust your intuition. Trust what your soul is telling you. And you know what? I think for you, it's like, I think doing affirmations is going to help you. Okay, like telling yourself every day that you're doing a great job, that your intuition is amazing, that you are powerful, that you are so insightful. Like repeat these things back to yourself and it's going to grow your intuition, because I think for you, you have taken away a lot of your own power by lying to yourself, by shutting down your intuition, by choosing not to listen to yourself and not allowing your intuition and your soul to really evolve into the powerful being that you're meant to be. So you have to make that decision to allow yourself to evolve. All right, I think that sometimes Spirit's also saying you might be too overly focused or too driven. And so this might be an energy where you might need a little more meditation or just time to silence and quiet your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, and learn how to really listen to what your intuition is telling you. We got compulsive behavior. Identify your internal feelings. So Spirit is saying these feelings that you have, like it's almost like you can't control it, okay? But you can begin to counteract it with positive thoughts, positive affirmations about yourself. And we have past friends walked out of your life without reason. So you may have lost friends because of your spiritual beliefs, okay? And so you learned how to kind of hide that about yourself, or you kind of believe you're going to be too heavily judged. But Spirit is saying, you know, understand that people have their own journey. And when people walk out of your life, know that it's not just for no reason, okay? And when you think that and you believe that, it's like you're internalizing their pain, okay? You're internalizing their pain instead of, sorry, I dropped the card, instead of understanding that everyone has their own journey. And if they did walk out of your life, it really was not for a reason. There's always a reason and a purpose for everyone coming into our life and leaving, okay? So we have, I can't help everyone, and it's okay, especially if they're unwilling to try and help themselves. So I think with this card, Spirit is saying, you know what? I feel like you've tried to help people in the past, like with your intuition, and they may have been upset with you or distanced themselves from you or walked out of your life, and you felt like it was for no reason, right? But Spirit's saying you actually can't help everyone, you know, and that's okay. And know that it wasn't just not for a reason. There's always a reason for everything. And that might not be a part of their journey, okay, to hear that spiritually, all right? It might not be something that they're meant to be a part of or hear at that point in their life, and that's absolutely okay, all right? So Spirit is saying you have to believe in yourself. I really do feel that you really need to believe in yourself, because I feel like you're really powerful, all right? I think you're looking for a sense of like emotional safety or support. And so you're not allowing yourself to fully be yourself or listen to yourself. You feel like there's a sense of safety in not doing that. But your heart is trying to tell you, you know, that I feel like with the sunflowers here, it's giving me like soul family vibes. So your heart is trying to tell you that your soul family wants to come in, okay? That there are people who's going to appreciate you for all that you are, all right? For your intuitive side, for your non-intuitive side, for everything that you are, okay? And those people are going to enter your life at the right moment, all right? But for you, it's allowing yourself to evolve with this spiritual energy, okay? So just a couple more cards. All right, so yeah, if things feel very chaotic right now, Spirit wants you to know that balance always comes through chaos, okay? Order always comes through chaos. Oh, look at that. This is so pretty. You know, your crown chakra is very lit up, I'm seeing. Very, very lit up. So it would be really helpful for you to meditate on your crown chakra, clear the energy. Okay, and I feel like Yeah, the crown chakra is, there's so much energy. You're probably getting headaches, migraines, and I feel like this is because you haven't been trusting yourself enough to allow yourself to use the information that's coming in through your crown chakra. So I'm seeing a lot of information and just energy just sitting around your crown chakra that really wants to be cleared, okay? So you can clear that energy by using it, all right, or meditation. Yeah, so we have grace, and to me, this is really like the clearing energy. So it looks like she's standing at a clearing, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, that's the message I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you resonate with the video, or if you just like the message, please leave me a like down below and a comment to let me know, and I'll see you soon. Bye.